In this video I am going to make a black and white version of this image. Normally you could go in here to the black and white and you have some presets under this, but I prefer, we're going to do it the old fashioned way, and we're just going to desaturate the image and I'm going to work from there. So very quickly, I'm just going to edit the image. I'm just going to darken the sky. I'm going to try and make this a super quick edit now, just to keep the video quite short. Darken the foreground, darken the sky, darken the foreground. Create that bit of what I'd like to call is a letterbox. I like to call this a letterbox where the viewer is forced into, especially if you have if you're dark top and bottom. I'm going to use a radial gradient. I'm going to inverse that radial gradient and do some more darkening around the edges. I'm going to do another radial gradient and just come in here, and this time we're going to push the whites. Just add a bit of contrast and add a bit of clarity. And just darken the sky another little bit. Trying to work against the clock here now because I'm conscious of viewing times, and so yeah, that's not bad. So we've gone from that. Oh, sorry, that was the old one. That's where we want to get. Okay, to add a bit of clarity there. Just make that area stand out. Bit of clarity. I'm going to take down the brightness here on the sand. Take down the highlights. Maybe push the exposure a little bit on the overall image, and if I look at the histogram here, that's telling me that there's a little bit of space. So we can push the exposure, take over the histogram, but that brightens the whole image. So I find by just moving the white point over, move over that white point, maybe take down the highlights a small little bit, and that's much better. We'll take it into Photoshop just to add a small little bit of mid-tone contrast, and I like to do that using TK masks. I'm just going to select the highlights. So these are shadows, these are highlights, these are mid-tones. 1, 2, 3 mid-tones. We're going to select number 3, and that basically selects all the mid-tones. We're going to do levels on those mid-tones. And if you look at the histogram here now, on the levels you have no shadows and you have no highlights. So we're just going to add a little bit of mid-tone contrast. And we're just going to take that back to mid-tones. And that gives nice mood to the image. So that's about it. Very quick edit. It's just the before and after of the levels adjustment. The only other thing I would do is just to clean it up there, obviously. So we're going to use just a removal tool. Removal tool does a great job. You just make it just a little bit bigger than what you want to take out. And if that's not successful, you can use the content aware by just making a selection. Hit delete. And that gets rid of that. Just deselect. So yeah, that's it. Very quick edit. Black and white photograph. I've actually edited it also in color, and it just looks it looks just as well, to be fair. So yeah, hope you like that, and I hope it brings across the I suppose what I would feel is the simplicity of the image, the idea of go into your edit with a concept of where you want to draw the eye and darken and lighten around the subject that you want to draw the viewer to. Thanks for watching.